Hello everyone! You should really consider playing games in a language you don't know, because video games are a powerful tool for learning new languages. I can proudly say that I learned English by playing video games. Sure, I had English classes at school, but at school you learn mostly grammar lessons. You will only expand your vocabulary by getting immersed in a new language. And for that, there is nothing better than video games. Back then, there were no Portuguese translations apart from a select few localized titles. So most people had only two options: either play the game without reading anything and trying to figure out the story as the game progresses, or sit down and study English. Back then, we were starting to get digital dictionaries, which is similar to Google Translate. But you could only type one word at a time. No full sentences and no pronunciation audio. It was truly hardcore. But I really wanted to understand what was going on, so I had no other choice. I remember sitting with the digital dictionary open and translating the texts in Pokemon Go word by word. Well, at least in those older games, dialogue was very straightforward due to the limitations of the cartridge space. I even have made a video where I talk about how dialogues in games have become boring these days. I definitely recommend that you watch that video. But again, it's not just the huge amount of text that makes video games a great tool for learning new languages. There's also spoken dialogues and cutscenes. These will not only train your ears, but also show you the correct pronunciation of words. And it's different than watching a movie. In a movie, the speeches rarely repeat, and you're constantly focusing on understanding what's going to be said next. So unless you watch the same movie over and over, it's much harder to learn. In video games, small phrases are repeated over and over, especially on fighting games like Soul Calibur.
She roams the lands, her blade of hatred concealed in purest silk.
Well, at least your stance is correct. Ha! My life is not yours for the taking.
Versus Setsuka. Fight!
It seems pointless at first, but by listening to these small phrases, dialogues, and cutscenes over and over, you end up learning a new word or two without even noticing. And you learn even faster if you have audio in your native language and subtitles in the language that you want to learn. Your brain will be very quick to pick up the similarities between languages, speeding up the process. Lately, I've been trying to learn Japanese with this same method, but in this case it's a bit harder because Japanese uses a different alphabet, making it much harder to read things. But I have started to prefer Japanese voiceovers with English subtitles, and it has been really fun to learn a new word or two. Once I understand the meaning of the words, I can then try to learn the alphabet and play games that were never localized. Most people these days just play games in their native language without noticing that a small detail like changing at least the voiceover or the subtitles could make them expand their knowledge while having fun. So I suggest you to give it a try too. Get a new game, change the voiceover or the subtitles, and play through it. You may not feel the difference right away, but keep doing it and soon enough you'll listen to something on that language and understand it right away. And that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
C'est étrange. Pourquoi il nous attaque pas?
En tout cas, il a attaqué les autres. Un journal d'expédition. La 81. Apprendre de ceux qui sont passés avant nous.
Et montrer la voie à ceux qui nous suivront.